Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Captain America Comics number 66. So this was written in the late 1940s when superhero comics were, like, Timely was in decline, Marvel Comics was, and DC were both in decline. So they were trying to do things to, like, spice up the stories, like make them more interesting. And also, like I said in I think the Timely Comics Explained video I did a while back, this Captain America is different from the Steve Rogers one, but it's a wreck. It's really complicated. But in this comic, they call him Steve Rogers, but it's just in continuity, it's another character. So it's kind of confusing. But anyway, get moving, Pete. Captain America won't leave Bucky to follow us. We'll be safe. What'll I do? Go after that killer or save Bucky? I gotta choose. Ugh, Cap. Never mind me, Cap. Get her, get her. Don't let her get away. Ooh. What will Captain America do? Don't miss the startling case of the Golden Girl. So Golden Girl also appears. Well, Betsy Ross is Golden Girl, and she becomes Captain America's new sidekick. So she got Bucky. Oh, Cap! A shot rings out and Bucky crumbles to the ground, and while Captain America runs to his friend's aid, the most treacherous villainess ever to be encountered by this famous pair escapes. The great fighter of crime is left alone to track down this desperate criminal. But not for long, for coming to help the champion of justice is the clever and beautiful Golden Girl. Midnight, and the time suddenly stops for the night watchman in a perfumery. He's colder than an ice cube, Lavender. Then let's proceed with our business. Ah, lavender, my favorite scent. Was it named after you? Not exactly, my dull-witted friend, although I have done my best to make it famous. Follow me. What kind of loot is there in a place like this, Lavender? Feast your eyes upon it. Ambergris, the essential ingredient of the most expensive perfumes. Ambergris is what makes perfumes expensive. That crate is worth a fortune. But who would ever think of stealing it? You got brains, Lavender, I gotta admit that. But the two charging figures interrupt the clever crime coup. Captain America and Bucky! Shoot straight, you fools! Didn't you hear what the lady said? That's no Lady Cap. That was his boss, Lavender. Suck. We've been trailing our gang for a long time. What a pity. It seems as I have to do everything myself, including my own killing. Ugh! Bucky! Bang. The little gun of mine came in handy. Is the truck loaded with the ambergris? Let's get moving. Captain America's not paying any attention to us. He's too worried over that kid partner of his. Bucky, speak to me. You're not. You can't be. He won't die. If there's any justice in this world, he'll be all right. He must not die. Later, in the hush of a great hospital, Captain America waits through the bitterest hours of his life. The doctor said there was no hope, but they're operating anyway. What will I do if anything happens? Captain America, I came as soon as I could. Is there any news? Not yet, Betsy. He's in the operating room now. I called your friend Steve Rogers at his apartment. I thought he'd want to be here with you too, but he's not in. Betsy Ross doesn't know that I'm really Steve Rogers, or my friend, or that her young friend Bucky Barnes is my partner. So again, the real names in continuity are not that, but like when this was written, there was still Steve Rogers and Captain America, but this is a different character from the Steve Rogers. This is a different character. So here comes the doctor now. All right, doctor, you can tell me. It's all over, isn't it? Too early to know definitely. The boy has a remarkable constitution, plus a tremendous will to live. He came through the operation in better shape than I dared hope for. You mean he's got a chance? A bare chance, yes. The odds are all against him. But if he keeps on fighting, he'll fight, Doctor. Bucky never learned how to quit. Later, Bucky regains consciousness for a brief interval. Bucky, it's me, Cap. Hello, partner. How am I doing? You're in a tough battle, Bucky, but you can't win if you keep. You can win if you keep punching. Is there anything you want? Just one thing, Cap. Get Lavender for me. He's passed out again. Don't worry, Bucky. I'll get Lavender if it's the last thing I ever do. But it will be tough doing the job alone. I'm used to working with a partner. Captain America, I've been waiting for you. You shouldn't be alone at a time like this. Not alone. She's right. I need a partner to help me catch Lavender and her gang. Why not Betsy Ross? A woman to help me capture a woman. It might be a good idea, but I'll have to give it some thought. Later, Betsy Ross has a caller. Why, Captain America, this is a surprise. Nothing's wrong, I hope. I want to talk to you, Betsy. I'm finishing the dishes. What do you want? I want you to answer a few personal questions. Ever go in for athletics in school? I won the women's 100-meter race in college, and if you know my dreadful secret, I was also the champion weightlifter among the girls. Good, anything else? And she was a secret agent, I think that was her, in the World War II story she was. Well, I also studied boxing and wrestling under two former champions. Now, would you mind telling me what this is all about? I suppose you've often wondered who I really am. Well, you're about to know the answer. Steve Rogers! Good heavens! This explains so much that puzzled me before. Then Bucky is... Bucky Barnes, right. Yeah, it's the same name. Again, keeping their identities secret, I think, like Captain America and Bucky. I don't think it was a good writing idea. They should never kept their identities. There's really no point to. But sit down, Betsy. I want to tell you why I chose to reveal my secret at this time. Moments later, you actually mean that you want to work with me to work with you? Yes, at least until Bucky's well enough to take over again. Will you do it? I don't know why or anyone in his right mind would refuse. I'll do my best to be worthy of this honor, Captain America. We'll start to work right away, arranging the details of your costume and teaching you a few tricks that may prove useful. The next few days are busy ones for Betsy Ross, but she is taught by a master, and she soon shows a natural aptitude for the dangerous and hard work. Soon. How do you like my new uniform, Cap? I designed and made it myself. It's attractive, Betsy, but most important, it's a uniform you earned. Now it's the time for the acid test. Action. Ready to go. Yes, Cap, I'm ready, but I wish I weren't so nervous. I hope I'll prove worthy of the confidence he's placed in me. Night, and through the shadows, two costume figures move. Captain America and his new partner are following the twisted trail of crime. This is the place. MME Fifi refused to pay protection money to Lavender and her gang, which means Lavender's got to strike here to prove to others that it's unwise to defy her power. After weary hours of waiting, all clear, men. The burglar alarms are being silenced. What a haul this'll be. Look at them furs. That's cheap stuff. MME Fifi just received a shipment of platina mink worth $50,000. She keeps it in the vault, and it's going to stay in the vault. You! A life of crime is bound to trip you up sooner or later. I'll mangle you with my bare hands. If you really want a woman in your arms, try this one. Ugh. You're round, Captain America. I confess that I'm beaten. Look out! She's carrying a knife. Thanks for the help, miss. Thanks for the help, miss. Ha ha. But we can't use your services any longer. Later. You made a foolish mistake, Betsy. Lavender got away with the furs. That's a fine way to talk after I saved your life. I knew she was carrying that knife. My shield would have guarded me from injury. Then Lavender would have been captured without any more fighting. Gosh, I failed you. The first time you put me to the test. Several days later, a disconsolate Betsy is still trying to forget her first failure. If there was some way I could make it up to Cap. I say, that woman's wearing a brand new Blatina milk. Pardon me, I couldn't help admiring your coat. Can you please tell me where you bought it? Why, yes, although I suppose it's to be a secret. You see, my husband knows a man who... This slight clue sets Betsy Ross off upon a painstaking hunt. At last she returns to Steve Rogers' room. Betsy, why are you wearing that costume? Because we're going after a gal called Lavender tonight. Soon. But how did you trace her hideout? That's a long story. It begins with a platina mink coat and leads to a long list of crooked fences and wholesalers. I'll tell you the details later. Right now we've got more important work to do. Let's go to work now. Stop them, you fools! I'm playing my trump card. Can you beat it? Don't pull that midget gun on me, Lavender. Oof. And topples the goons over. I won't stay to be captured. Ooh, your favorite scent, Lavender, but I don't think you'll like it in such heavy doses. Later, when the police arrive, a good day's work, Betsy. I might have never caught up with them. You were such a big help. Oh, Cap, it's so wonderful for you to hear you say that. Here now, that's no way for a seasoned crime fighter to act. On second thought, this is something I always wanted to do. Smack. And then still later, the story is told to a brave boy in a quiet hospital room. Betsy, help me pay off my promise to you about getting Lavender. She's a grand girl, Bucky, and she'll never reveal our secret. I'm glad she knows. It's been hard pretending to her. Betsy will help me until you get well again. But I'll miss you, Bucky. Don't worry, I'll be back in action sooner than you think. After all, I don't want Betsy to do me out of a job. I could never do that to you, Bucky. You're wonderful. No crime fighter ever had two partners like you. So I don't know if Bucky ever did come back, because I think the series was canceled shortly after this, so I don't think he did come back. Well, he did. There was a 1954 revival, but it was only like 1 or 2 issues of Captain America, and it was a different version. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.